Hey everyone, my name is Orvi Patel and I'm a member of Student Alumni Council. As an organization, we focus on bridging the gap between alumni and students through different events. One of our events is Get Ready for the Real World. The focus of this is to have our NKU students gain tips and tricks from our alumni to better prepare them for their future. And today I have with us Jacob Priddy, and he will be talking to us about relocating to another city or state after graduation.
Hi. So I'm Jacob Priddy. I graduated in 2015 from NKU. I was a Bachelor of Arts in music major, piano focus, and then I also got a degree, a BA in theater, acting focus. And so I was a part of the College of Arts and Sciences. That's now the School of the Arts. So shortly after graduating, I took the leap and moved up to New York City, which is where my apartment currently is. However, due to the current conditions, I am actually not in New York. I was out traveling for a contract that I was working at the time. So when we got shut down and they restricted travel, I was unable to get back to my New York apartment. So I am back with some family back in Kentucky at the moment.
Awesome, thank you. And so I have a couple questions for you. And the first one is, what is the best part of relocating?
The best part of relocating for me is the new challenge and the excitement of the unknown. There's the kind of similar excitement you get when relocating for college. For me, I grew up in Louisville, Kentucky, so even just relocating when I went to NKU up to Northern Kentucky was very exciting. You know, finding like new places to go and hang out and getting to know the lay of the land and stuff like that. So moving to an entirely new city is one of the best parts. It's also a great opportunity and a great moment to if you feel like you need a clean start or something, to redefine yourself. Nobody knows you up there. It's a great time to start fresh and start anew.
Yeah, for sure. And what is the biggest challenge?
I think the biggest challenge is making sure it can also be a little bit of that unknown factor. For me in particular, I actually my main job is I work as a self-employed musician, so I'm a freelance artist up in New York. So when I moved up there, I didn't have any job prospects specifically lined up. I had a couple contacts up there, but I didn't have any. I wasn't moving there for a job, so that can be a little bit of a challenge, navigating, uh, finding a new job if that's the case, as well as just kind of again that excitement of the unknown is kind of double edged in that it can also be a little terrifying sometimes too.
Yeah. And the last question is, based on your experience, do you have any pieces of advice for students who also want to relocate?
Absolutely. I think one of the biggest pieces of advice is do your research about the city or the location that you would like to relocate to. For me, I have some family who live just outside of the city, so I had visited the city a couple times growing up and really fell in love with it. So for me, it was I moved up there not only for an improvement in my career, but just um, an improvement, or because I love the city so much. So I that was one of the reasons why I moved up there. The other thing to really import that I think is important is see if you can do a little bit of like a test run with the city. In my situation up there, I actually sublet it. Uh, uh, a place first, so that way I didn't have to sign down on a lease and be stuck there for any particular amount of time. But on the flip side of that, also give yourself or force yourself to stay there for a certain amount of time. It's just like college when you move onto campus and you might want to go back home, and they tell you, really try to stay. Don't go home every weekend. Stay up here as much as possible. It's the same thing when relocating. Give yourself time. Give yourself at least 6 months to a year for sure, especially if you don't have any type of specific job prospect and you're just moving. Give yourself that full time so that way you can really establish yourself and try to get uh, get to know the city that you're moving to. Or
Yeah, thank you for that. Those are actually all the questions I have for you today. So I really appreciate you giving me the time to have a meeting with you this morning.
my
So
pleasure.
yeah, I hope you have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks.